Welcome to another episode of The Latest with Maya. Today, I am so happy to have a conversation with actor and musician Henry Hall. Right now, you can see Henry in Dinner with the Parents on Freevee. Thank you so much for being on my show. I am very excited to be talking with you.
Thank you, Maya. Yeah, more than happy to be here. Super psyched to chat again. We had a little chat a few weeks ago, but
Yeah,
yeah,
thank
super,
you.
super excited to talk more.
Yeah, me too. So let's get started. So,
Sure.
who has had the biggest impact on the person you have become?
Mm, just in my life generally,
Yeah.
I think it's got to be a dead even tie with my mom and dad. Uh, they're both just amazing parents, and I find that their influence um, shows up in such positive ways in my life. Even when I'm not expecting it to, I'll be in some sort of challenging situation and I'll start handling it in a way that I didn't know I had the capability of doing. And then I sort of realized that I've seen my mom or dad uh, handle it in the manner that I am. So I would give them a lot of credit in that regard.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Is there an artist or a song that you consider to be the gold standard when it comes to songwriting and storytelling?
Wow, that's a really, really good question. Um, it's funny because why I think that's such a good question, honestly, is because people get asked what their favorite album is a lot, but not what they consider to be the best song. I'm gonna look at my phone really quickly because I have a playlist called literally my favorite songs. Like that's the name of the playlist.
Yeah.
And I definitely have something on there that I would consider the gold standard of songwriting. Um, yeah. Oh, this is a good playlist. So I mean, my favorite song of all time is this song called "Because We've Ended as Lovers" by Jeff Beck. May he rest in peace. Um, I, you know, I didn't really start thinking about the importance of the lyrics necessarily until like 5 or 6 years ago. And that's probably because I come from a guitar playing background. So I'm much more focused on musicality and melody. And that song has that in spades. And I think it does tell a story through the guitar playing. Like it's may as well be a human voice singing, but it's Jeff Beck playing guitar instead. So that's how good he is at guitar. And I just think it's the most beautiful song, and it sort of trumps any and all like narrative. Um, it's like it's better. It's ethereal and like it's post narrative almost. So I think it would be hard for any other song to top that for me. I think that's number one.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I have a whole playlist of just all my favorite songs too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a Taylor person? I see your Taylor Swift
Yes,
poster
I
back there.
am. Yeah.
Did you see her and you went to the Denver show?
I did. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I went with my family.
Oof, that's really fun. I
Yeah.
didn't get to go to the I didn't want to cough up the money to go to the SoFi shows here in LA, but my girlfriend went and she was very pleased.
Oh, yeah, she is, yeah, incredible in concert. It was my first time seeing her live, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think her storytelling is, second to none. Like
Yeah,
her lyricism and is incredible.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, her and Macy Peters are the two that I think their songwriting style is just so good.
That's cool. Yeah, Macy Peters is also amazing.
Yeah.
Those are good choices.
So what motivates you even on days when you aren't really feeling it?
Mm. Well, I think what motivates me is knowing that the feeling of accomplishment is always on the other side if I want it to be. So I think the end of the day, deep breath,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay, I did it. That is a huge motivator for me. Like I'll sometimes wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to
yeah,
get out of bed today or whatever. But I can sort of think forward in time and think about later in the night when I'm like on TV, on the couch watching TV.
yeah,
And if I'm able and if I know that I can be like relaxed in that moment because I'm satisfied with what I've accomplished in the day, then I know then it's a good day. So that'll get me out of bed.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
Well, um, small things that bring me joy on a daily basis. I love getting exercise. Um, that's a big motivator for me too. I find that if I have like, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy, like even just going for a walk or something,
Yeah,
um, like gives me an extra push. Like getting those endorphins up, like sort of lights me up, and that's a small thing that I enjoy for sure. And The Simpsons.
yeah.
I love The Simpsons. That's like my number one passion is watching The Simpsons. So those are my two picks, I would say.
Oh, I love that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, so I am pop culture obsessed and I
Mhm.
go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching.
Yep.
Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
Well, I'm always obsessed with The Simpsons again. Um, but okay, well, I was a little I know I'm so late to this. So excuse me. I just never, how sometimes like one will just kind of fall through the cracks and you
Yeah,
don't see it.
yeah.
Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to give a different example. The
Okay.
one that the show over the past couple months that I was obsessed was True Detective Night Country with Jodie Foster
Yeah.
and John Hawkes is in it, and I'm not sure the name of the lead. I'm just blanking on it right now. Um, but she's a Native American person, and the show is unbelievable. It's so good.
Yeah.
Um, and like I was waiting like I with bated breath for the new episodes every week.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's mine for sure. What about you? What's a show you've been into lately?
Oh, there's been a lot. There's a new show on Netflix called Dead Boy Detectives.
Uh-huh.
That I
Yeah,
just started watching. That's really good.
that's cool.
Um, yeah, that one is yeah, very good. I'm obsessed with that one. And then I'm obsessed with Chicago Med. Like just the
Oh,
past
nice.
couple months, I like really started the I don't know, just binge watch the whole thing. So
Yeah, that's fun.
yeah,
Did you ever watch 911?
I didn't. No.
It's very bingeable, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I I sort of check in with that one every once in a while, and it's similar to Chicago Med because it's like a, procedural, but it's
yeah,
about first responders instead. It's really good.
yeah. My mom and my sister are obsessed with that show.
Oh, good. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not alone.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I've never like I don't know. I never loved medical shows because
Mhm,
there were only a few that I really was obsessed with. But then
mhm.
others, I was like, this is kind of my life, so I don't know. But there are. Then when I finally started watching Chicago Med, like I was like, I'm so happy I'm watching this now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, once you break the ice, then it's like you're just fully into it. I know that feeling.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. So I that's when I look forward to new episodes every week.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Um, so do you have any irrational fears?
Oh, yeah, something that I'm like overly concerned about is uh like food being expired
Mm.
or like accidentally like swallowing like something that's like not potable or whatever, not that you're not supposed to eat or drink. I get a little like freaked out by that. I I always have. Like when I was a little kid, when I would like wash my hair with shampoo, I would like seal my mouth shut like that because I didn't want to get like any shampoo like in my mouth because I knew it was like toxic. But if you get a little shampoo in your mouth, it's like a fine, you're not going to die. But I thought I would. So
Yeah.
a version of that has like always stuck with me.
Mm.
But no, I mean, otherwise, I probably should have more fears to be
Yeah.
I'm a little bit like I'm not afraid of sharks or like animals or anything like that. Even in situations like I'm a surfer, so am in situations where sharks are somewhat of a threat, I guess, but I'm never ever scared, which is probably a bad instinct for like surviving, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's good to not have like a ton of fears. So,
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
yeah.
There's a balance maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhere.
Um, yeah, and that's um yeah, so cool that you are a surfer, and I think that's also very impressive because I know you have to have really good balance for that, and I have horrible balance, so
Oh
I'm
no.
impressed with people who can do that.
You can do it if you try, trust me. You just need to get a big enough board so that you don't have to wobble too much when you're
Yeah.
standing up.
Yeah.
It's a bucket list, bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
Um,
it.
yeah. So what song best describes your life right now?
Mm. Uh, okay. Maybe maybe that Sabrina Carpenter song like Espresso
Oh
because I just
yeah.
got an espresso machine.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, no other reason though. I don't really know what the song's a little boastful, so I don't really feel that way. No shade to her. I love the
Yeah,
song, but
yeah.
um probably that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, love that. I feel like one that there's two that I just constant two songs I just constantly have on repeat. Like no matter what I'm feeling, and that's
Mhm.
Take Care of Yourself by Macy Peters, and then
Yep.
Don't You Worry by Mark Amber.
Ooh, I don't know that song.
Oh, it's so
Mark
good.
Mark Amber.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's so good. I those two I have on repeat pretty much constantly.
Cool. Mbor.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mark Amber. Don't you worry. Yeah, I got it. Okay, I'm saving it.
Oh, yeah.
Done. Saved.
Um, so what movie or show do you find yourself quoting more often than you'd like?
Definitely The Simpsons. That one sort of goes without saying for me. Like I'm just a freak with just constantly quoting them. I'm constantly being like, this kind of reminds me of the Simpsons episode where, and then I like say some quote. Of course, Anchorman when I was a kid. That was number one. Um, yeah, those are probably the two.
Oh, I
Those are,
love that.
yeah, it shows my maturity level, not very high.
Yeah, I feel like that, yeah, that my brain is mostly just show and movie like quotes and
Oh
references.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's in my head. And then just scenes from shows that I
Yeah.
they're like constantly on a loop in my
Yeah,
head.
right, right. Yeah, then they'll never go away. They're just
Yeah,
stuck. Yeah. I
yeah,
feel that way too.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of the times though, there's a lot of people that I've like referenced things
Mhm.
with, but they have no idea that I'm referencing, like they've never seen what I'm referencing, so they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 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 of course.
So,
Yeah, I know that feeling. It's like, oh yeah, not everybody has seen every single Simpsons episode 50 times like me. That's right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Um, so if you had a warning label, what
Mm.
would yours say?
These are great questions.
Thank you.
Gosh, it would probably say, I bet people have said handle with care before that question. That's where my mind went at first, but that's too basic. I think it would probably say like, uh, do not lift alone. Like have like just like a big box that or something that's like full of something heavy. It has like a sign on it with like two guys like lifting it, and then like an X over just one guy. So that's what I would say.
I
Because
love
I'm clocking in like I'm at a good like offensive lineman weight probably. So I wouldn't suggest anyone lifting me alone.
yeah. I love that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so who are your musical inspirations?
Mm. Gosh, I have so many. I would say right now I'm feeling quite influenced by Pink Pantheress. I don't know if you know her. She has that song, like her biggest song is that song that's like, Boys a liar, boys a liar. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
her. But her whole album is new album is incredible, and she's like amazing at writing hooks. Like her melodies are just amazing. And so that's one. And then there's this other guy named McGee. Um, it's spelled like MKGEE. And he's such an incredible guitar player. And I've found that like lately a couple songs that I've been writing have definitely been influenced by his style of playing. So I find both those artists to be very, very inspiring.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Um, so what lessons from your childhood have most impacted your worldview?
Mm. I had a teacher named Christy in the fourth grade, and at my school we called them by their first teachers by their first name, so I don't know her last name. But she had this whole idea that she imparted onto the class, which was manageable parts, like take things in manageable parts. So I often think of that when I have tasks to complete. It's like, okay, don't take on too much at once, take it on in manageable parts. So, whether that's like running errands and like doing chores, or like, making an album or like making a TV show. It's like, don't try to like memorize all the lines to an entire episode in one night. Like split it up and do it in manageable parts, or like you don't have to record every single song for the album in 3 days. You can do it you can take your time with it. So manageable parts is definitely that's the lesson for me from my childhood for sure.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. She was a great teacher.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Um, so do you have a go-to show or movie when you just want to be comforted?
Not to sound like a broken record here, but Simpsons again. I'm telling you, like the amount of Simpsons that I watch is just absurd. Like I will, if I have free time where I have nothing to do, I'll just sit down and like crank out a few Simpsons.
Yeah.
So I would say Simpsons. But to give another example, a show I love and I return to a lot is Reno 911.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, show is so funny. It's becomes more and more poignant the more people realize that there needs to be massive police reform. They're just like making fun of cops.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I have I feel like I have so many that I just constantly rotate between.
Like what are some for you?
Oh, there's okay, so there's four that immediately come to mind.
Okay, go for
Five
it.
actually.
Oh
There's
yeah.
Will and Grace.
Yep. So classic. Yeah.
Yeah. Friends,
Yep.
um, The Flash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. White Collar.
Yeah. What is that again?
That's with Matt Bomer and Tim DeKay and Tiffany Thiessen. It's
Okay.
about a con man who starts working with the FBI.
Uh-huh.
And it's so good. It recently came back on Netflix.
Oh,
And so
cool.
that's been my go-to.
Oh, that's
That
great.
Yeah, I have to, that is like one of my all-time favorite shows. So that's just been on.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's a good one. It's so nice
Yeah,
when the show that you love comes to
yeah,
Netflix. It's like, oh
yeah,
my God, this is the best day of
yeah.
my life.
Yeah,
Wait, you said four.
seven.
What's the last one? Or did you name four?
Yeah, the other one is The New Adventures of Old Christine.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, that's another one I reference a lot that some people just don't understand that.
Oh my God. I'm so glad that that you watched that show. It's so funny.
Yeah,
It's really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
There's
am.
a lot of it too. You've got a lot of
Yeah,
episodes to choose from.
yeah. Yeah. I remember the first time I started watching or ever saw an episode was during lockdown in 2020, and then I
Mhm.
just went through and just binged the whole
Power through.
series.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
well,
good.
we're not doing anything, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
just
Might
watch
as well.
this all day. So
That's so good.
yeah. Yeah, that's another one that I make a lot of references to that some people just do not get. So
Ugh. You know the theme song to that is so so good.
yeah,
Do, 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 do.
yeah,
Woo.
yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Um, so what is something that people are always surprised to learn about you?
Probably that my going surfing is my number one priority in life. That's just something that, I've been surfing since I was a little, since I was a baby, basically, since I was 4 years old. So, and I competed surfing growing up and stuff. And um, so that I think people expect me to be like a real city dweller or something like that because I'm like so uh focused on the arts,
Yeah,
which I am, but I also the purity of surfing is kind of unmatched, so that's really really important to me. And people are always like, oh wow, I didn't know that you did that. And it's like, yeah, I got to do something in the morning, when I'm not in the studio or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I just have one more question for you.
Okie doke.
So
Ready.
I love inspiring and motivational quotes.
Mm.
And this week, my favorite quotation is stop hating yourself for everything you aren't and start loving yourself for everything you already are.
Mm, mm,
Um,
mm.
is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
First of all, I love that quote that you just said. Um, I'm trying to think of one. I'm not good at um maybe okay, this is the most basic quote ever that everyone knows, but I have been trying to perpetuate it in my own life to a degree lately, which is you miss 100% of the shots you do.
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky,
Yeah. Yeah.
Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that probably that one. I could probably think of another one that's that's a little more like rare and obscure, and could actually like, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to just be open-minded lately and do as much as I can. And not, not miss any shots as it were. So
Yeah.
I'm just taking a lot of shots.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yours is better,
Yeah.
but they're both good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it has been so much fun talking with you. I
You
just want
too.
to keep talking to you all
I
day.
That's it.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. Well, we got some good stuff in there. I loved your questions. They were
Yeah.
really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I loved talking with you a few weeks ago, and I'm so happy to have gotten to have a longer conversation with you.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Um, yeah, so thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Maya. It was a joy to chat and keep doing what you're doing. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I can't wait to keep watching Dinner with the Parents.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got episode 7 and 8 are on the way on
Yeah.
next Thursday.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so thank you so much. And
Yeah, thanks again, Maya. Thank you, thank you.
thank you. Yeah, and that's a wrap on today's edition of The Latest with Maya.